Hey everyone, it's Don Mahoney with the Millionaire Maker Advisory. Just wanted to update everyone as to what's been going on. As you've probably noticed, the site hasn't been updated as routinely. We had a system crash, and it was a hacker attack. I don't know how it happened, but somehow our files on our server were compromised. Even though we use a Weebly for the front end, we have our own server on the back end that I store a lot of the analytical data. That data was compromised, and we had to put some security protocols in place to prevent that from ever happening. Additionally, we've had some lawsuits and some threats from some of the people in the financial publishing industry, as well as some financial advisors telling me to cease and desist in any efforts to promote certain type of what they consider proprietary information. I don't understand why people consider information that you can pull off of the internet proprietary, or publicly published information proprietary. In particular, from Angora Publishing, I got this nice lawsuit in the mail here, and I'll show you what I'm going to do about that in a minute. But anyway, in addition to that, since we had this breach of our files on our system, things had to be put in place. Now the site will begin to be updated routinely. Now, as far as the folks with Angora Publishing and Scott, the Bible code man himself, Mr. Hyman, all these people, they don't want me to communicate stuff that they've published themselves and have put out there on the internet. I mean, when I post an article, something that I agree with or I feel that our readers should take a look at, I put it out there and I let everybody see what it is, and I post the author's name of it, and hopefully people follow this particular person because I think they've got a lot going on the ball. We're in agreement. They make sense. And that's what it's all about. Sharing information, trying to get an edge in the market. Angora Publishing, Common Sense Publishing, what have you, these different financial publishers and some financial advisors that have actually said, Dante, what are you doing? You're screwing it up for my livelihood. Stuff that I could charge $10,000 an hour for, or what have you. I can't do that anymore. A lot of this information, and I tell people, some of this stuff, you couldn't even afford to sit down, for the most part, to pay some of these people to hear some of this stuff. It's literally, some of these fees are between $50,000 to $150,000 for some of this material that I just communicate freely. I give it to you freely because I want you all to be aware of what's going on in the marketplace. These subscriptions, I wanted to see whether or not these people like Stansberry or Common Sense Publishing, I wanted to see if these people were any good at what they claim they're good at. And I've spent tens of thousands of dollars. Some of them subscriptions I've spent like 8 G's, and I didn't get my money's worth. Some of that material I pass on, but most of the time they're not worth it. All it boils down to is using a common sense approach to investing. That's all you person has to do, and I talk about that. It's about educating yourself. I talk about that on the site. Plus, we have some contributing editors. I've talked about that in the past, that we were going to get some people to contribute to the site as well. We've got two. One contributing editor will actually document his journey from novice investor to using sophisticated tool sets like Elliott Waves and things like that. So he's actually putting his journey on the blog just for us to see and look at where he made some mistakes and look at how he does his analysis for the future. So look at that. Then there's going to be some contributing editors from some PhDs that are in the local colleges here in the tri-state area, that I want to get their opinion on the economic status of not just the U.S. economy, but the global economy, and also of the different markets, both U.S., Asian, Russian, etc. As you all seen, the Young Investors Forum is live. One interview that I did recently with Michelle Snow. dynamic, up and coming personality. She's doing her thing. Check out that interview. It's posted there. She is somebody that you will definitely be seeing a lot of in the future. She's dynamic. Also, I've added a tax shelter section under the general menu on the site. You know, I'm listening to all these different celebrities and athletes getting jammed up for back taxes. I mean, they're not only paying like these egregious fines and penalties, $1 million or plus or whatever it is, but they're also going to jail on top of it. That doesn't make sense to me. If you hire the right people to handle your affairs, then get them to handle it the right way. There's no reason why anyone wealthy with that kind of money should be doing time and not paying their share of taxes. That doesn't mean you have to pay what the government thinks you should pay, but you certainly need to take advantage of a lot of the tax shelters and loopholes that the IRS puts plenty of them in the IRC code. Believe me, we all take advantage of it, and we all should. So look at that section from time to time. I'll have some updated material there as well. I want to thank you for being patient, and I want to thank you for visiting the site. A lot of you are asking about private placement investments, private equity investments. I do a lot of private equity deals. If you're interested, you can leave me some information in the contact section, and we can follow up at a later time. As far as private placement trades, I did an interview with Ivanhoe Smith, one of Wall Street's greatest. And that interview is just phenomenal. He tells you exactly what you need to know about private placement trades, the things that you need to be aware of and understand. Plus, I recommend if you're going to do any of these trades, go with someone you know. I'm a client of Mr. Smith. All right, I've been a client for about 3 years. I'm not going anywhere else. He's one of the few facilitators that is direct to a master trader. You know, this guy has a resume you wouldn't believe. Chief bond trader, Morgan Stanley, yada, yada, yada. He owns his own funds. He started more companies than we all know what to do with, and the successful ones. He has hundreds of millions of dollars under management at this time. And he's been a consultant for some multi-billion-dollar funds as well. So this is the guy, if you want to make any of these trades, this is the guy you need to talk to. And check out the interview. His contact information is there. If there's any additional questions or comments, you know how to reach me. Until then, take care and happy investing. You know, and I'll show you what I think of all these lawsuits and Gore Publishing, Kathy Ziegler, all of you. You know, watch this. I don't even smoke, but I'm gonna smoke this. There we go. Let that start burning a little bit.